Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of WazzyCircus Radio, the show where I sit down with the most amazing people that I've met in over a decade of skydiving and about the same thing in tunnel flying. More than that. Yo, shout out to our Patreon patriots, the big pimpin' powered parachutists, Jeff Gowie, Royce Nelson. Shout out to my eyes in the sky, J.O. Rear, you know you are. Skydive Texas, Skydive Lone Star, the Dead Man Boogie is the 29th through the 31st. I'm organizing some Wazzy loads. It's going to be super fun. Skydive Airtight in Skytook, Oklahoma. You guys from Tulsa, go jump. Oklahoma Skydive Center in Cushing, Oklahoma. Skydive Monterey Bay in Marina, California. Today's toast to life is brought to you by Redbreast Single Pot Still Irish Whiskey, aged 12 years, brought in by our buddy Sam King. Give me a toast, man. My guest today, great buddy of mine. 3,000 jumps, 13 years in the sport, L4 at iFly Austin. His name happens to be Austin. He's my cameraman at one of the drop zones here when I first got here, and we've been friends ever since. I've watched his journey into the tunnel life and watched him just fly his ass off. Problem with Austin is he's good at everything easily, and it's easy to be frustrated at him because he's really good. He's really good at flying. Like, it's fucking frustrating.
That's how we're starting the show.
But I love you, man. I love you, man. That side fly shit eats me up to my soul.
Just gotta do it. Side fly every day. It'll never die. Never die. Shout out to Cody Hendrick, who taught me how to do that.
Shout out to Cody Hendrick.
Side fly.
Cody Hendrick.
Yeah.
Shout out Cody. I just sent Elias back to you as a new instructor. Shout out
Good
Elias
luck.
Hummel. He just finished his FITP out here. Nah, that dude's great. Yeah, good luck, Elias.
Good people.
All right, on. So what's good, man?
Same old shit, man.
Same old shit.
Different day.
Right before we came on, we were talking about the history of the dead man. Sam
Yes.
King's in the studio. What up, Sam King? He's ignoring me now. Yo. So it started at Temple.
I believe so. Yeah.
You started at Lexington.
I did. Yeah. But everybody was going out to Temple that weekend, and it was like Dead Man 1, I think. It was like 2010, I believe.
Right.
Like I said, might have been 2 or 3 maybe, but yeah, I went out on like a Saturday. I was like 18, brand new skydiver.
How many
pretty
jumps?
much. I might have had 50, maybe.
Oh, so you started when you were 18.
I started at 17. Actually, my 13th sky birthday is coming up October 16th.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a couple weeks away. So
at Lexington.
At Lexington, yeah.
So you started when you were 17.
Yeah, I was still in high school.
How'd you do that? What was that about?
So it's funny because it's pretty much the same story as James, right? I went to school in Lexington my junior and senior year of high school, and then there was a girl in my English class. Yeah, she was the manifest chick out there. So I was like, "Do y'all need anybody to work?" And she goes, "Oh, we need packers." Cool. So I learned how to pack parachutes, and then like 3 months later, did my first jump, and yeah, I never looked back.
Isn't that dope? That doesn't exist anymore.
I know.
You gotta already know everything when you show up somewhere.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope.
Tiny drop zones help, man.
And shit. So you were at Lexington like when Cindy still owned it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I was out there. Like James, you had last
James,
week, right? He was my
T.
AFF instructor.
Yeah, he said that. He said he
yeah.
was like, this kid's outflying me right now.
I don't know about that, but yeah, that was my original sensei for sure. He taught me the Zen ways of skydiving.
Who taught you how to swoop?
Kind of myself, somewhat. I actually started I was jumping James's stiletto 107s, and just kind of like 90-degree hip turn at like 150 feet, like you do.
Old school.
Yeah,
PD.
I mean, my first parachute I bought was like a stiletto 135, and then just kind of downsized from there. And then I got my first cross brace. It was like an old JFX 104.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I got that at like 400 jumps.
Oh, JFX.
JFX. Yeah, the old JFX before they.
I hate that you say that.
Yeah.
I hate that you say that.
It was an old FX, I should say.
Okay, there we go. Because I flew an FX. So when I hear people say
FX.
old JFX, I'm like,
No. Not the new platform. That old.
Yeah,
old
yeah. I'm that old shit. I used to love it.
Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, that was my first kind of.
Oh, you kind of
cross
stuck with
brace.
Icarus with all your canopies.
No, Chaos.
Who makes Chaos?
PD?
No.
No.
Fucker.
I don't know.
Probably
who
that's
makes
probably. I
Chaos.
don't know who makes the parachute.
It's not Icarus though. Icarus doesn't make Chaos. Icarus makes all the JVX. I'm pretty sure. Precision.
We're fucking idiots.
Precision makes Chaos.
I think so. God, that sucks.
We're sticking with that. Precision makes Chaos.
Hey, yo,
Fuck it.
Provenzano used to fly Chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I love Chaos, man. That thing.
Yeah. It's a dope ass parachute.
I don't know how many jumps on a Chaos.
If y'all don't know, man, it has like a three stage opening. It's weird and it slows you down and it's nice on camera, man. Especially back in the day when we had the still set up, the huge cannon still set up with the big box on the side of the helmets. That Chaos was dope, dude.
My camera helmet weighed, I think, 7.5 pounds. The Flat Top Pro Canon,
my God,
like
those things were monsters.
T1i, something like that. Yeah.
I remember I
old
couldn't wait to
CX100s.
put one on. Fucking. Ugh.
Oh yeah, for sure. I put it on now, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why did I do this? No wonder my neck hurts now, for sure. Yeah.
Jesus, man. I remember one dude used to jump. Jack Miller used to jump with a neck brace on. His neck got,
Dude, yeah,
20 loads,
I remember my first. I think it was my first cutaway. Yeah, it was my first cutaway. I had that helmet on, right? And it was on my old FX 104. And I must have not jumped it for a week because she was angry when she opened. Dude, I pulled and, like, it was open, like, a second later. Oh. And so I had that helmet on, and it wrenched me forward. So everything back here was stretched, right? And then 2-line twist behind my head started to spin me, so I chopped. And then when I pulled out my reserve, it was like sniveling a little bit. And, they tell you, don't look up at your reserve. It's going to pop open. Well, I was like, it's sniveled for a while. And I looked up, and as soon as I did, it went wham. And then so my whole front of my neck got stretched backwards, right?
Jesus.
Dude, I landed. My neck was swollen for like 2 weeks. Just from
as you were pulling up, it caught and just fucking.
Well, yeah. So first, when I pulled my main out, it wrenched it forward, right? Because I was still looking at the ground, so I got wrenched this way. And then when I actually pulled the reserve out, I looked up after a little bit, and then it just went, but it went back. Yeah, so it wrenched me back. So I got both.
Oh no!
So I went forward on the main and backwards on the reserve.
You're like a little wobbly-headed baby.
Dude, I was bobbleheading all the way down, man.
Oh my God!
Okay, this hurts a lot.
First time I saw stars was in a camera helmet. Big ass fucking. I had is it called an Invertigo? It had the twist tighten in the back, right? The chin cuff and shit. And I had the fucking full metal mounts and shit. And Saber 150 or something. Oh my God. I dumped, and it was like I got hit by a truck, right? And that camera helmet was like, wow! And it was like stars. Like a fucking cartoon.
Yep.
Like birds and stars going around my head. Like,
dude, yeah, you see them. You see them go like this. You're like, oh shit.
I'm seeing stars.
That's what they mean.
That's what they mean. That shit was real.
One of the hardest openings I had was on a Batwing. Did you ever jump a Batwing?
A Batwing. I've heard of a Batwing.
Batwing 116, and like the tail of it, it looks like a
Is
fucking
that a Germain?
Batwing. I have no idea. Whoever made it should fucking stop. That's not the way to go.
So the back looks like a Batwing.
It looks like a Batwing, and it opens like shit. And dude, the material was literally that 90s confetti fucking like looking material, right? It was probably ZP,
right?
But it had that 90s confetti kind of look on it. You know what I mean?
Are you sure you're calling it the right thing? It's not a Batwing.
I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
Almost positive.
Did it have the nose cells that closed up?
No. No, I know what you're talking about. Okay. That's the H mod. And actually, yeah.
That's a mod.
It's
there's a canopy that was like that.
Yeah, it was the airlock. The airlock canopy. But it wasn't, I don't think it was the Batwing. No.
I said, okay, somebody had one with the confetti material.
Yeah, no, that was just 90s.
That was just 90s.
I think that canopy was made in like 96 or something like that.
Shit.
It was terrible. Yeah.
How'd it land?
Not well. I'm pretty sure I landed it straight in just so I would didn't have to worry about anything.
How the fuck did you find that?
Somebody else had it on the drop zone. I think it was Windy. Probably Windy at Skydive Temple had some she's got 500 parachutes.
Man,
and she got it in from somebody and was like, anybody want to try this? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I gave it back to her as soon as I got to the ground. I just chopped it and was like, you take this. I don't want it.
She's an interesting person. We did a show, and we were having huge technical difficulties, and it just didn't work out. So I never released it. But dude, she's got a treasure trove.
Oh, for sure, dude. She's
shit,
been
dude.
doing this 20 something years.
Yeah, I mean, holy shit, man. So did you ever do crew at Lindy?
No.
Yeah.
No. I don't like. I guess people like walking on my parachute. The last time it happened, it collapsed.
Would you like to see a video?
I mean, would everyone else like to see a video?
We got a video.
It's coming towards you.
This is what happens when you fly with your friends.
Cool things. This was somewhere in Mexico.
Yeah, this is not in the U.S.
Not that one.
It would maybe not have been Mexico, but it's
Vimeo.
a country that has different cloud restrictions than this country.
Oh, that darn industrial haze out there.
Man, it's
boy,
thick.
I tell you.
That's
When
pretty
it's
milkshakey.
thick, it's thick, dude. Yeah.
How can you see the?
We
cloud?
were actually jumping in the cold, and that's all snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the ground.
That is a mountaintop.
So we're fine.
Ew.
We're fine. Yeah.
I see holes.
They opened up when we went through them.
There you go. That's a dope voodoo rig.
Yeah.
That guy, I know who that is, but I'm definitely not saying his name right now. All right. Woo! Okay.
Oh, that was me.
It's a day. It's a beautiful day. Blue sky. Look, if you
Look
look
at that.
up,
Dude,
blue
all
sky.
you have to do is look up. That's
all you
I
gotta
say.
do is see the blue sky. Look at these great openings. Beautiful cross brace canopies.
It's chaos, baby.
All right. Snowy mountaintops. There we go. Now we're doing a little flocking, which is super fun. Hello,
lot of fun,
parachutes.
of course.
Who's in the orange?
I think that's me. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I believe so.
And the rest the videographers will remain nameless?
I'll call one out. Sam King is on this jump. I'll tell you that right now. That guy, if we had sound, you can hear him laughing at my misfortune. It's fantastic. Yeah.
All right, so they're just flying around together.
Yeah, so it happens like about 3 minutes in.
So let's go forward to that whole thing with clouds. I said it. Cloudy, puffy snow.
Isn't that Spanish for something?
Yes.
Mountain?
The mountains. It's Mexico.
Yes.
Oh, he's right over the Gulf of Mexico. All right, zooming through the clouds with my friends.
Okay, this
This
is it.
Here we go.
Here it comes.
All right, and then we're gonna. This is. You know what's ridiculous? I have friends flying crew, XRW, with wingsuits and doing double stacks and shit.
Dude, I saw a picture
upside
of that. That looks
down.
nuts.
But you guys can't. What do y'all do right here?
So basically, he was just gonna go across the top skin of my canopy, right? And when he did, he put too much weight on the nose.
So you turn backwards in your risers.
Collapsed the
Whee!
nose.
My favorite. So he looked.
Did we pass it? No, we didn't pass it.
there we
Oh,
go.
here it comes. Okay.
Try to grab your pilot chute.
So yeah, first.
So
Possibly.
doesn't that
Dude,
cause
I used to
fucking
love doing
burble
that
for the
shit.
guy above you?
Not above you, because my burble's behind me.
Yeah. So he just flies in and
just
says,
coming in and goes,
"What up, son?
"Yeet."
Yeah."
See ya.
That's a Texas
my
what up,
Parachute
motherfucker.
wanted to be a burrito for a
Whoa.
minute. So
Sorry,
I
bro.
dropped like 30 feet straight down. And then, like I said, if there was sound at this point, you hear Sam.
Whoa.
Then I tell him I love him, and then we keep going.
Let's keep flying into the snow. Multiple levels of snow.
That's it for
Look
that
how
one.
dope is
That's,
Dude, but if you guys haven't done a canopy flock with your friends, man, it's a magic paradise.
That's my favorite thing to do in the sky is to jump out, pull, and
fly around, man.
Go fly.
I'm going to do that tomorrow or the day after.
It's the only thing you can't do in a tunnel is fly a parachute. Unfortunately,
bullshit.
You can, but really tight circles.
No, you can just float.
I know, I've seen it.
You can hover.
Just play along with me.
Okay. Yes. Never shall you ever attempt.
No, do it, but fly in small circles. That's what I'm saying.
Really, yeah. All right. Cool. That was super fun. Man, you guys did all the fun shit. It's not fun like that no more.
Well, yeah.
Have you been to drop zones lately, dude?
No, I haven't jumped in a while, unfortunately. But if I do,
it's different, man. It's a different. They're having fun. I'm not taking it away. We had more reckless fun.
We got away with more shit.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Way safer.
That's for sure.
But it weeds out the people that aren't wealthy enough to go hard.
Well, there's two kind of two main types of jumpers, right? The people that pay to get into it and the people that work into it,
Right.
you know, kind of thing. I mean, three, right? There's weekend warriors, but still, like, either you work or you know, you're a fun jumper, you know. But it's different, that's for sure.
It's definitely different, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk about that because the powered parachute. Because one of my favorite things are PPGs. And if you ever heard of a dream machine,
The Dream Machine.
they are fucking amazing.
Shout out to the Beaver. The Beaver.
Look at him.
Jid.
Beautiful day. Now, in that picture,
Yeah.
he's just seatbelted in, and that helmet is for safety. Because there's no way the Beaver and him did anything like jumped off of it. Because you shouldn't do it. And listen, and
that
when
was
you
an
do it,
emergency.
you got to watch out for the steering line. So if you grab them and pull them to the frame, your friend can stand on your hand and you can jump off the side. But you should never do it. But it's pretty cool. And it only takes a couple minutes to get up.
Yeah. Don't, but do.
Oh, do it immediately.
Do as I say, not as I do. I might have.
Did you go slider up, slider off?
Slider up. We got up to about 1,200 or so.
No, you went up.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's
Well,
another one right there.
Yeah.
Out at the beach, somewhere in Mexico.
The biatch, the Mexico, Gulf of Mex.
That's great. Yeah, so backseat kind of passenger.
Who got the shot on that?
Follow. Just a GoPro on
The
a
GoPro
Coke bottle.
yeah. Oh, he used the Coke bottle?
Yeah, he just did a Coke bottle on the GoPro, and dude,
Hey,
it gets great shots. I love that shot.
I spent $80 on a chase cam, and he did a fucking Coke bottle.
No, yeah, he just like, oh,
That dude's
I know how that works.
beast.
Yeah, he's an engineer, you know, electrical
Yeah.
engineer or something like that. Like,
The Beaver.
the Beaver, yeah.
Fucking dope. So that Dream Machine is the shit. Look at that. Who's that leaving? Is you?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, man. Good times on the beach. Beaver Beach boogies. Those were good times,
Beaver Beach
man.
Boogies. I've always had a dream of having like 3 of those go up.
Dude, and we could take up like skydivers too to like 3.5.
It's a long ride down.
I know, but you can do it.
Yeah,
We
you
had
can do
people
it.
like, you know, do it.
That's why I
so-
was thinking 3. If we had 3 Dream Machines, we could send somebody up every 5 minutes, and it would be a rotation because it takes about 10 minutes to get down. So
Yeah.
you know, every 15 minutes.
Yeah, and we just had our base rigs, so you just pack slider up, go up to about, I don't know, 1,200 feet or so.
Shit, I'm
Try
thinking
to pull
slider
as
off,
low
get
as
off
you
at
can.
5.
I mean, you could, but I was wanting to practice slider up
Right
and
on.
just kind of
Yeah. I guess.
and then get some altitude.
'cause that's
See
a
how
good
many flips you
platform.
can do, man.
That's a
like,
good
you just
platform.
kind of go.
Just don't be pushing off of that thing, man. You're supposed to roll off of the damn Dream Machine
Why not?
because
Dude,
the pilot is sketchy as fuck.
Dude, he built a platform for wingsuiters to stand on, so that I think it goes like right over the steering line, so they can't get caught in the steering line and
Okay,
everything. But
yeah.
he built a platform so you can like step off or whatever. But I mean,
did
he did it, so
Did he sell it?
I don't
His
know.
dad told me he was selling it. I think
I have no idea.
my buddy Mike has one too. I mean, we have access to a couple.
Let's
Let's
go.
go, son.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Let's go. Have you ever flown a paramotor?
No, I've wanted to. I've wanted to come out with you a couple times.
We need to fucking fly,
lazy.
man. I mean, you're a parachute freak. You love parachutes.
I do
Yeah,
do
it's a
for
fuck-
sure.
it's a fuck your
Anything
life
and
up.
everything.
You can have a tray on the back of that mini, son, with a big ass motor on the back side of your car.
Instead of a bike rack, it's just a paramotor rack. It's
Um,
perfect.
What's your setup now? What are you jumping now? The Chaos.
It's a Chaos 80.
Uh-huh.
It's that yellow and blue Voodoo that you saw.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think the reserve's like a 107 or something like that.
You like the Voodoo?
Yeah, it's comfy.
Right on.
And I'm just too cheap to buy a new rig. My favorite flavor is used, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite colors used. What's your altimeter?
Let's say, what did I have? A Sunto?
Okay. Oh, that has all that information on it?
Yeah, not the square one. It's just a regular round watch face.
Oh, you jump a fucking watch?
Yeah, don't use it. Never use it if you're going to free fall. Sunto, stop selling them as altimeters. They don't work that well. I can tell you a story of a tandem master that pulled me fucking low in the basement one time because he had a Sunto that got stuck at 6 for about 4 seconds.
Oh my
Or
god!
longer, yeah. It was
Hey, a bunch of
not
TIs, a bunch of base jumping TIs in Oklahoma wear those because they climb towers. They're good on towers.
No, for sure. When you're not like going slow,
Yeah.
or going quick, you know.
That
When you're
fucking
climbing,
watch.
going cool, 1 foot. 2
2
foot,
foot.
3 foot. I'm 35 feet up. Cool.
Yeah,
But
if
it gets
free
stuck
fall,
at 6,
fuck
and
that.
the tandem pulls it like 3.5.
Oh,
like,
fuck
not
you,
cool.
dude.
Yeah, not cool.
Hey,
When the
he's
TI landed, he took that watch off and fucking threw it. He was
He's
like,
like,
I'm never wearing this again.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Asunto. That's what I was thinking. What's the square? What's the Neptune or something?
Something like that. Yeah, the one, the big one, it's like Ubuntu or some shit. I know a couple people that have them.
Videographer, friend of mine, he's in free fall, and he looks at it. It's like 3.5, 3.3, 3.2, 3.3, 3.5, 3.6. And he's like, oh, it starts going up in free fall, so he just waves and dumps. I was like, fuck that altimeter, man.
Yeah, so I mean, if I'm, doing high pools, something like that, not that bad, right? You're in the canopy already. You're not, you're not free falling. You're not going through that altitude. So if you're just, flying canopy, something like that, like, it's okay. But yeah, the last couple times I just borrow somebody else's. I'm like, hey man, can you get an altimeter? Thanks. I'll be back.
I'll be back in a minute. How many base jumps?
80.
80.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot.
80.
God, that's a lot. Where'd you start?
Here. I mean, so like, I guess that story. I did my first. I guess my bass mentor, Mike Thistleway.
Tit Whistle.
Shout out to
my
Mike.
dog.
Love you, buddy. Miss you.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Tit Whistle.
Yeah, so my 21st birthday, right? I'm like, think about base jumping. Like, oh yeah, all right. So
You started this shit young.
Kind of. I did. Yeah. So we did 2 jumps. I think somewhere near Dallas, probably. Towers. Yeah, 2 towers. And so the hardest part about base jumping is telling yourself no. Right, being able to be like, hey, this is not a good idea. Let's walk down, right?
Oh, crawling down is the hardest.
Right, so...
like, especially for me, I'm like, fuck that. I just put all this work in.
I mean, yes, right? So when I was 21, I was like, I could feel like not being able to tell myself no was going to override, so I held off for like 3 years. So when I turned 24, I believe, something like that, I was like, all right, it's time. I'm going to get a rig, I'm going to get a canopy, everything like that. And then I kind of went into it. And
still towers.
So in the beginning, yes, a couple towers. I think my first B was my 12th base jump.
Mm-hmm.
I got my A and then my B. And then we went out to Arizona, right, for the bridge out there. So I got my span.
Bridge in Arizona?
Northern Arizona, something creek. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, so it wasn't even my first legal base jump was jump like 55 or something like that. Yeah, I think I've got like 8 jumps at the bridge or something like that. Yeah. We took Elijah out, my roommate. We took him for his FJC, and so he got like 8 or 9 or something like that out there. So.
Yeah, I did like 8 or 9. I did 11 off of the bridge or something like that.
Yeah, so we did the bridge out in Arizona.
Well, I mean, I was in Idaho. I didn't do a bridge in Arizona. You did his FJC in a bridge in Arizona?
No. This was in Idaho when we actually went.
Like,
yeah, but this was later on.
There are no bridges in Arizona that are fucking FJC worthy.
Dude, that
there
bridge
probably are, but you gotta fucking need a boat.
350. I mean, the landing area was the sketchiest part about it. Just because we had to land on an island that was probably about that big,
Yeah, that's a little nutty.
But, it was okay.
We lived.
Yeah, so and then I did I went out to Moab with Joey Ninny.
Shout out to Nini.
Yeah, we went out there with Chuma, doing like he was showing us exit points and stuff like that.
How many you get in Moab?
9, 10, something like that.
How magic was that?
Yeah, dude. I mean, we stayed out there for an entire week out in Mineral Bottoms. We were just hopping from one exit point to another, basically. We got to meet a bunch of the GoPro Bomb Squad guys because they were shooting a Subaru commercial with Devin Supertramp. The one with the slip and slide and shit.
Can we find the slip and slide?
I think
Subaru
it's on YouTube. I think it's on YouTube. But I'm in that commercial. I made the commercial. I'm like the camera shot from below and the guy's falling down. Like, that's me.
Oh wait, so you're the guy, or you got the shot?
No, I was the guy. I was the guy in free fall. That no, you can just see my like silhouette from the exit point.
Subaru water slide.
Subaru GoPro commercial.
Subaru GoPro water slide base jump. Because it's a slip and slide off the side of a cliff.
Yeah. But Devin Supertramp did it
In Moab.
out in Moab. So we got to see all those guys and meet those dudes and
How
whatnot.
did you get in the commercial?
I was basically a wind dummy for them before they started jumping. So they were like, hey, they parked a Subaru down in the valley, basically. They were like, hey, we have to see if we can
get
hit
to
that,
it for the shot.
So do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, sure. And went and just landed next to the Subaru.
Did you go off the slide?
Okay. No.
You should have.
It if you go off the slide normally, it throws you into a front flip. Naturally.
Okay.
I didn't want to do a front flip. Dude, get me off fucking flat and stable. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I don't like aerials that much on base.
No thanks, man. There's a monster behind you, dude. I'm getting away from that thing. Subaru GoPro base jump commercial.
Base jump water
it
slide.
Should still be there. I don't know. They didn't do the commercial for some reason or another. But
they never released. I've seen it.
Yeah, on YouTube, but I don't think it ever went to like.
No, it was on Chive.
Like that. Was it?
It was on Chive.
Okay.
No.
It's
So what was your most magic exit in Moab? It's a fucking beautiful
dude, it's
place.
gorgeous out there, man. Yeah, we
It's
saw the fruit
breathtaking.
bowl and all that stuff.
The raddest people in America live in Moab, I think.
Yeah.
You see this crazy like Jeep Cherokee on lifts with like survival gear. You're like, that motherfucker's going somewhere.
Out into the desert to climb rocks.
Yep. Fucking cool, man.
To each their own.
You're out there jumping off the same fucking rock.
Hey, man, exactly. I just don't need a Jeep to get there. It helps. It helps, man.
So, magic.
Most, out of like the exit points, the first one was probably, I think it was off of Sweet Spot.
Okay.
Which is a lot of like, it's a little bit overhung. I think that's where a lot of people go for like their first kind of, and that was my first E. Right.
Yeah.
So, and they made me go first, of course.
Of
right?
course. Same thing happened to me.
Yeah. Right. So when I left off of that and like I opened up, dude, you have 480 foot of like sheer face, right? So the actual drop, and then you have another 200 to 300 feet of like talus to fly down.
Yeah.
So you get out, boom, you open, and then you turn kind of back towards the wall, and then just follow the talus kind of down into the valley and everything. Dude, yeah, it was awesome.
Oh man.
But that was the best one because it was the first one. But like the one that kind of like, I don't know, made me think the most. There was one called Monkey Lips, and you jump from like over this kind of overcropping a little bit. So when you go, like your brain goes, you're gonna hit that. You're not gonna hit it, but like there's a little thing. You like as soon as you go, you're like, okay, I'm past it. Cool, whatever.
Right.
But
you gotta hold it.
Yeah, just for a couple seconds probably. Yeah. But
What was the sketchiest exit?
What's
the one with the rope where you gotta crawl down?
We didn't go to that one.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't go to that one. I think that's the Perriot Mesa or something like that, where you have to go like up the backside and then you jump off the one side or whatever or something.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't go out to that one. There was the sketchiest thing. We did have one guy have a 180, but he got out fine. So like he opened up and we saw the parachute just kind of like disappear back towards the wall.
Like, oh fuck.
And then a couple seconds later, he finally came back out. But we all saw it. We're like, and
a couple
then,
seconds
like,
of oh fuck.
Yeah. Like, okay, who's going down there? But yeah, he was okay. He got out.
Who's going down there?
We can all go. Who's gonna jump?
Yeah. I'm just, of course. I know you know.
Just
fuck.
like,
okay,
nose goes, buddy. I want to do it.
I want to do it. Oh man, have you ever got hurt base jumping?
No.
Nah, me neither, man.
No, I mean.
I love it though. I miss
landings,
it. You still got your rig?
Yeah.
You ever jump anymore?
No.
Me neither, man.
I haven't in a while. I don't know. Just getting back on that horse, like I gotta get back in the sky before I get back off of anything. That's for sure.
So the tunnel kind of. Look at that. All right, what is that? That's damn. That's
okay. So there's
that's dirty.
There's a story to this photo. If you can, I don't know if you can kind of pinpoint it out, but there's something missing in the photo.
Your pilot chute.
Yeah.
So that's a static line without a pilot chute, so you tied off.
Yes.
So that's fine. You just don't want to damage your pilot chute.
Well, and also at that point we were just like, hey, have you ever done a jump without a pilot chute? I was like, no. Do you want to? Okay.
No.
So, we did it. You just tie off twice, just in case, right? But that tower, I think, is 185,
Dude,
I think.
We were talking, I did something that low, handheld, no pilot chute.
Yeah.
We
right.
got up there, we had to make a decision, and he was like,
PCA.
so I trusted my boy, but he's an static line instructor, so I was like, fuck it. Chicago, you got me. Yeah, that's fucking low, son. So there's this thing in Oklahoma, my boys jump. It's about that height. And they just fucking go up and down that thing.
Yeah, there's one. I'm not quite sure where it's at. Somewhere in Mexico, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But they know the landowner. So, like, when they go, they, like, pull up to the landowner's house and go pull in the driveway and, like, knock on the door and go have a talk. And, like, they go watch and stuff so they can jump as much as they want in that little tower and just have, like, a 300-footer in their front yard.
300?
Just about, I think. It's, like, 260 to 3,
nice,
something like that.
Dude, have, like, a 400-footer right there.
Just give me 3.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. I mean, 4 is nice. It's a long walk, though. It's a long climb.
Yeah, I get worn out about 200-300 feet, dog.
Yeah, I stop every, like, 50 feet, 100 feet.
Dude,
like,
my boy Doomas used to stop every 50 feet and smoke a cigarette.
That's not healthy.
Hey, I don't know if I want to do this, man.
Yeah, of course you don't. Your lungs are telling you get the fuck back on the ground, dude.
I don't want to do this, man. I'm like, all right, Doomie, we're going up. All right. I got to stop, guys. I don't know if I want to do this, man. I'm like,
I mean, there's always a little bit of that, right? Like,
oh, terrifying.
There's 2 types of fear in any kind of situation, I guess, but especially in base jumping. There's the irrational fear, right? Just, your brain going, hey, you shouldn't do this. And you're like, I know, okay? I'm here. I know. I'm experiencing this too. And then the rational fear, that's like, oh, the winds are changing or,
yeah, right.
anything like that. I always gave it 3 strikes. Like, if I got to that 3rd strike, I'm walking down. Like, I don't want to push it. It'll always be there tomorrow.
3 strikes.
Yeah, hell yeah. Anything.
So, what was it? Okay.
If 3 things that, like, were off, right? Like
the car drove back by, the wind's wrong, and
something, the winds, anything like that. Like, dude, I've gotten halfway up a tower and saw like, a sheet of rain coming at me, and I was like, I could probably make it up.
But you don't know.
Dude, when we got back to the car, it just went whoosh, and just started pouring on us. Like, just kind of.
Dude, I've climbed down more than about equal jumps as
Same.
I've got, right?
Same.
Like,
I've been up on some pretty cool things and been like, all right, we're walking down.
We're climbing down.
Damn it. Yeah.
So I carry toilet paper to check the winds, and if it's going down the guys, I don't do it.
Well, also if you have diarrhea.
Yes.
It helps.
It helps.
Yeah.
Especially halfway up the tower. But if you get it downwind,
you're good.
And you can air dry.
Well, yeah. I just use that though. Just hanging out, kind of.
Nah.
Not this side, guys. Not this side.
Nah, we should go.
Go to the other side. Yeah.
You guys all right down there?
It's pretty shitty over here. Sorry.
All right, man. So, what are these stories you guys are talking about? What was the story? What's not the
dead man story?
No, what's the Sam's workout fucking video?
I don't know what that was something that it pulled up when we were trying to find that cloud surfer video. So it was like,
what was that?
Sam's workout
video. I was like, what is?
Apparently now we're promoting Sam's new workout video coming to you in 2022. Yes.
Where's that wingsuit? Let's see that wingsuit shot. That wingsuit video.
That one's on.
The wingsuit rodeos are dope.
The face space, but it was a memory of mine.
I'm sorry.
Facebook. Yeah, we don't have that.
We don't have that. I'm sorry.
I'd have to look that up.
Apparently, there's a story of him standing on the rodeo, riding the rodeo.
When I was jumping off, I stood up, but I was kneeling down, and I had my hands back. And I was.
So you're doing like the fucking the surfer, the silver surfer on the fucking wingsuit.
Exactly.
I want to see this.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Go ahead.
This video. No, the one
the one that
what
is this, the goat catching?
Dude, this is sheep catching. This is what we do here in Texas.
God damn it.
This is a Friday night. A few years back, I was lonely.
fuck are y'all doing?
So.
Who is that?
That's Sam, man. Those are Sam's sheep.
And what are you doing?
We're catching sheep.
What are you doing,
What's
Sam?
it look like?
He's milking his hooves.
Sometimes you got to catch them by the feet. So they
look like you're milking his hooves, dog.
They deworm the sheep every year, right? So we had to catch them to deworm them, and we make it a contest. Hey man, who can catch?
Nice
so
catch,
if you catch them up against the wall, they jump, and you can just catch them out of midair. If they're running past you, get them by a leg and go. If they have horns, grab the horns.
Really?
Hell yeah! You gonna grab anything else? Those horns are coming at you.
Yeah, right. Grab
them by the horns, and then you just like hold on.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, there was a couple where you just had to hold on. Drag them down.
There you go.
See, they get past you. They're quick, man.
That is so ridiculous.
Woo!
That is
Dude,
fun.
that's back in the bearded days. That's when I had my long beard.
You still have a beard.
I know.
How many sheep do you have now, Sammy?
About 50.
50.
A lot of sheeps.
God damn, man. What is the coolest place you've jumped, Sherpa?
Probably on the beach.
That PPG on the beach has got to be.
Yeah, I mean that was, dude.
Badass.
You would get down. We had a trailer to pack in. You pack up, get back in, and go back up, and we did that all day.
What is Beaver doing now?
I don't know. I think he's either in. I think he's in Houston or Dallas, something like that.
Man, that dude was a badass.
The same kind of thing, He's.
Dude, he got he's opening crazy buildings. He's fucking.
Dude, we used to call it the Beaver Fever.
Yeah.
What you would get when the beaver was around, because Mike and I we were up in Dallas, and we were picking him up from the airport, right? So we pick him up from the airport. It's like 2 PM, something like that. And he goes, "Hey guys, there's this building I want to go check out, right? Let's just go look at it." It's like, okay, cool. So we go to this building. We go upstairs, up to the roof and everything. Up at the roof, there is a localized alarm, right? So if you open up the door, it just yells out there. It doesn't send anything downstairs or anything, right? So we were able to open it without.
How can you tell it's localized?
There was no wires going from the actual
the box.
Got right?
It.
I'm using others' knowledge in that sense, I
Right.
suppose. But yeah, so magnetic strip that's on the wall, door releases,
Right.
alarm goes off.
Pow,
Right? You can take that magnet, tape it to the thingy, the alarm doesn't go off. So we go up to the roof, we find our exit point.
Wait, what? Oh, you have a magnet in your pocket?
Or a screwdriver.
So you just took a tick?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
pop it off.
Yeah.
just kind of pop it off a little bit, Just pop it off there.
Hey, y'all don't know.
tape
Fucking
it.
screwdriver's the key to the city. So.
Yeah, right. So it comes up later in the story though, which is even better. So we get up to the top, we find our exit point. It's about a 200-foot building probably, and then there's like the building kind of juts out. I don't know, 180 feet down or so. So like 180 to impact basically, right? So
Right.
Beaver's like, all right, well, it's good to go. I'm good to go if anybody else is. And I was like, sure, I'll do it.
Right,
Yeah, cool. Our third didn't opt into it. So he was a cameraman down
Right.
below and everything. And so we get our stuff.
This is about 4 o'clock.
Probably 3:30, 4 o'clock or so.
Okay.
Yeah. Middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Right. Day blazing.
Kind of like that picture we just looked at.
Bad. Right.
Yeah. I was like, that's broad daylight.
Oh yeah. Beaver fever. That's what I'm saying. It was there. But so we get back up to that door, and we had like put everything back where it needed to be and everything like that. And so when we got back up there, we forgot our handy dandy screwdriver. So we were trying to like jimmy it a little bit here and there. Alarm starts going off. Bah, 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 bah. We're like, fuck, let's go. So we run up to the roof. I'm putting all of our stuff on and everything like that. He's like facing me, and he turns, and his canopy just falls out of his container.
Oh no!
I look at him. I'm like, what are you gonna do? He goes, I'll just tart it. It's fine. Okay. So he PCAs me off, right, and then he does the tard. We get out. Everything's fine, right? Like
Tard
we
is
get
the
away.
rollover? Or
Not the
tard's
rollover.
toss-up?
You just
Okay.
toss it up. Totally awesome rapid deployment.
There it is.
That's what it
There
stands
is.
for. It's an acronym.
It's an acronym.
Yeah. Yeah. So he does that. We're good. We repack. We go to a different building.
Did anybody ever come? No.
No.
Okay.
If they did, we were long gone.
Right, right.
In and out.
How'd you get your rigs in? How'd you get them in the building?
You just walk in.
You didn't have them you didn't put them in a bag?
Oh, yeah, they're in our stash bags.
Okay.
You just walk in the stash bag.
Gotcha.
Walk in like you own the place.
Yeah.
Do anything with confidence, they'll believe you.
Yeah, I know. You just walk in and go upstairs.
You tell people there's magnets in your shoes. Oh,
Yeah,
there's magnets in your shoes?
Electricity
Wow.
in the net.
Is that how you stand up in the tunnel? My kid was promised a 13,000-foot high flight. No, ma'am. No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. So
yeah, we jumped 2 other buildings later that night. We did a 4-way.
2 other buildings that fucking night.
We did a 4-way off of a different one, went and repacked, and then me and Jed did like a 2-way, I think, off the 3rd building around midnight or so.
And that was your first day blazing buildings?
Yeah, first and only. I told myself I wasn't going to do that again. Probably not a good idea.
That's pure rage.
Yeah. Those were the days, man. I was going up there every weekend. We were going, down to Mexico for the wind turbine jumps. We filmed that Free to Fly documentary.
Tell us about that.
So that was with -4 Productions, and it was mainly about Jed and just kind of bandit jumping.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. So they started out, I think, in the city, and then we did some PPG jumps, everything like that. And then
is it still out? Where can we find it?
It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's I think it's a 5-episode series. When he dropped it, it was a full movie, and you could purchase the movie and everything like that. We did it in this was 2015.
Wow.
6 years ago.
That's dope.
And like I said, you can find it on YouTube now. There was one of our students that came in the other day, a few weeks ago. He came up to me and he was like, "Hey, did you filmed a documentary about base jumping?" I was like, "Yeah, a long time ago." Why? And he goes, "I just saw a movie and I saw you." And I was like, "Wait a minute. I think I know that guy." He was just watching some random documentary on base jumping that he found or whatever, and just happened to be in it.
Well, that's dope, dude.
Yeah, it was cool. It's happened a couple of times.
That's dope,
Yeah.
dude. So, man, your progression in the tunnel was wild because we were at the drop zone, and then iFly was hiring a bunch, and you came right at the end of that wave. And
I just didn't
missed it.
pull the trigger, right? So you were like, "Hey, apply now," right? And then missed that, right? And then I don't know, probably once a year, I would message you, "Hey, man.
Hey, man.
You guys hired?" No, and you told me something 8 years ago whenever I didn't get the job in Austin. You were like, "Hey, if you want to work for iFly, you got to be willing to move, right? You got to be willing to move somewhere else." And I wasn't, right, at that time. And so October 18, right, November of 2018, I was just
I'm willing to move.
Screw it, hey, I gotta get my foot in somewhere, right? And I can transfer back if I have, if I can.
Right.
And Sam put it, one of the best ways is I went away from my training. Now I'm back to show my skills.
Yeah.
you did.
So, you went to a busy fucking tunnel.
Dude, I mean, Atlanta's the highest,
grossing tunnel in the fleet.
Highest grossing, highest numbers wise.
Yeah.
I mean, every day was Saturday, and it's just
every day is
Atlanta's huge, and just yeah. So I was there for 2.5 years, and then finally got the transfer back. And as soon as I came here, that goddamn Rona.
That damn Rona.
I had to sit around for 4 months. But I guess we all did, so it's fair.
It was your first shift back.
Dude, literally, y'all asked me to come in, or Vinny asked me to come in on Sunday, but I was moving boxes and I was unpacking and everything. I was like, if I can come in, it'll have to be that afternoon, right? I'm still moving in and everything. I'll be able to come in Monday morning. He was like, okay, fine. He calls me Monday morning and is like, hey, we're furloughing everybody, basically. So thanks for driving back to Austin. We'll call you when we have something.
Yeah, no shit. Dude left his job in Atlanta, packed up, drove.
But I drove home, you know.
Yeah,
That's
you
like,
coming
dude, that was the
home.
best thing, right? If I was going to some random city, I didn't know anybody,
Oh my
that
God,
would have
that would've
like really
sucked.
sucked. That's like kind of what happened to Felicia when she moved here.
Really?
Yeah, she moved here from Arizona like August, and during the Rona.
And the Rona just fucking attacked.
Yeah, yeah.
God damn. Because I remember it was like, Ollie was just starting.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the last day the tunnel was open, man. Like, we were like, you could feel it was fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, even in Atlanta, right? Up until I think I left there March 16th or something like that, March 17th. It was weird to be open, you know?
Yeah.
Just because like nobody knew everything like that, and yeah, it was just we were waiting for it. We knew it was coming, like something. We were hoping, you know, like hey, keep the people that want to work or something like that. Like fuck it, I'll work. Like just send me to the tunnel, and that's why whenever they started bringing people back. I went in and I bought 10 minutes, like a month before they brought me back. Because I was like, I got to go meet Vinny, meet whoever's there, just like show my face. That way, like, hey, if you need somebody,
I'm here.
Send me in. And that's why I was third back, you know?
Right.
You know.
I was second.
Yeah, so.
Man, that was a weird time.
Yeah, but it was cool, dude. It was me, you, and Drew Steele.
Yeah.
It was a fucking, like, and then, yeah, dude, it was great. I had all the knowledge in the world to myself.
I loved it. It was fun.
Great.
We made a ton of fucking money because we did
Hell yeah, dude, it was the three of us, man. Dude,
we ran that shit.
Smooth as butter.
Man, but that's crazy. You got back. Luckily, man, that couldn't have worked out better. Like, you left just in time to come home. What if you were still in Atlanta?
Yeah.
For the whole lockdown. Trying to figure rent out and shit on furlough. That was a tough time, man.
Yeah. I mean, my shoulders felt really good.
Oh,
I got really
myself.
Good at Call of Duty. Oh my God. My dog went on 4 walks every day. She was the happiest dog on earth. Then I had to go back to work.
Yeah, then you had to go back.
But it was cool, man. I got to go back to work. Like, I got to back in the tunnel and like, you know, work with all you guys and meet everybody and like, I don't know, just when iFly Austin was built in 2013. Like, this is where I saw myself 7 years ago, 8 years ago, you know, like it just took 7 years to do, you know, and like, hey, I wanted to be in Atlanta for like a year, maybe 2, and it just happened to kind of like prolong a little bit, but like, you know, I wouldn't trade that for the world. Like, starting there, I was so happy that I started there just because my like instructing ability with like first timers and stuff like that and having to deal with that many people, right?
Yeah,
it's like being a tandem master to drop something, you know, to take 15 people a day every single day, right? You're gonna get fairly good at what you do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Repetition.
Like, yeah, you know, dealing with, I don't know, crazy people and stuff like that, right? Like, and learning how to deal with huge people that are 2 of me, you know what I mean? Because I had a lot of practice doing it. And the first couple, it wasn't fun. And I had almost deer in a headlight look one my first class with like just a bunch of huge people. And one of my trainers was driving, and like this lady was like stuck on the net against the glass, and I'm just like. I don't know
what to do,
dude. I don't know.
I don't know what
I'm
to
lost.
do.
And he just looked at me and goes, "Fucking figure it out,
bro. I'm turning it up. I'm turning it up."
And then, you know, and after that moment, like I told myself, I was never gonna let that happen to me again, right? Like I was never gonna let somebody like, especially a first timer, overpower me or something like that in there. Like
she was on the floor at the corner.
The corner of a tunnel that has no corners. I felt like I was stuck in that corner, and I couldn't get her out of it. It was terrible. And then, you know, a couple weeks later, something like that, that same trainer was driving for me again and had another big person, and like they were trying to do something, and I just said like no, you know, and like it was like that moment he saw that and he was like, dude, that was the first time that like you look like you were in that, you know, in the control, and like that was your tunnel and everything, and I was like,
there it is,
perfect.
Was that Harold?
No, it's John Jaworski. Shout out John Jaworski.
Hey, who was your flight mentor out there? Who really pushed you? Especially for the two-way VFS shit.
What do you mean?
Who got, why are you so good?
So, I mean, let's see. Harold Kimball took me through FITP.
Okay.
And like, so he was like, I guess my first one, right? That was,
Right,
and
but
he was getting his T4. So Dixon was my evaluator.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Shout out Chris Dixon.
yeah, right. So the instructor that everyone thought we all used to be.
Yes,
Right?
not
Hi,
me.
I'm Chris. Hi, Chris.
I've actually had
Austin.
kids ask me if I was Chris. I'm like, dude, I'm black.
I don't see color.
You look like Chris. Oh, you know, we talked about
Are
in the
you Eli?
classroom. Eli's up there, is that you? I'm like, nah, that ain't me. That goofy motherfucker, man. I'm not Eli.
Yeah, so Harold got me my L4, right? So he was a T4 that like signed me off for that and everything.
Oh, so
but like
he drilled you, yeah.
throughout everything, let's see, Cody Hendrick, he was definitely definitely up there. Ryan Shore, he was a T2, T3 at the time, something like that. He's working at, I think, Loudon now.
Okay.
Yeah, so where Brad's going? Not Brad. Aaron's
Aaron.
going? Yeah,
Aaron.
I should have remembered that.
Yeah.
So Ryan Shore, Ryan Nichols, who is in Canada.
Okay.
He's Canadian, so it's okay.
Okay. They chase his ass out.
No, yeah, Ryan Nichols, John Jaworski, Lucas Sparks. They did their FITP, I think in Houston or something like that.
Have you competed too?
Names I'm forgetting as well
course,
that
there's
I
hundreds of
feel
flyers,
fucking
yeah.
terrible for. I love
Have you
all you guys.
competed?
No, I've wanted to, and like I wanted to learn those dynamic lines and everything from one of the first couple times that I saw them. Right, like I was like,
Right.
I want to learn that to be able to teach it and just to be able to like fly it and know it. Like if somebody has questions, I want to be able to be like, yeah, if you go to this, it's this, or like want to just kind of know all that stuff. So like I've always wanted to compete. I just never got the kind of, I don't want to say I never got the opportunity because I probably certainly had, and I just didn't take up that opportunity, right? But
now you're going to nationals, right?
yeah, now we're going to nationals. Maddie and I.
In El Paso.
In El Paso. Yeah, it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. She's quick, man. She's a good
fast.
flyer.
She's tiny.
For sure. Yeah. It's just...
Yo, so we train with an 11-year-old little girl. And she's fucking dope, son. She hops in on my demos. We fly lines, man, and we're like, it's fucking amazing. Like, she's good, and I follow her because I get lost on the second page. I don't fuck about what y'all talking about. I don't know which way to go, son. The lights don't change, man, but you got to go the other way. That shit should
switch
change,
after the first
son. They should have somebody in the booth changing the fucking lights.
As soon as you get to the second page, okay.
Poof.
And
That was
okay.
green.
Dude, I went and saw a Kings of Leon show the other day with my roommate Elijah. And
I love Kings of Leon.
Dude,
Here?
here, the 360 amphitheater at the F1 track at Coda.
Fuck.
Dude, their production value of their show was incredible, dude, incredible. They had two 70-foot LED walls that started spaced out. Halfway through the show, they just started lifting, and then they merged together into one giant screen. And then there was 4 other boxes that they were projecting things onto, and all this stuff was moving. And the dude that was running the lights was doing some of the show manually, just sitting there, just tuning the show himself as it's going on and everything. Dude, I was blown away. Like you know, you would think okay, it's kind of
that's a pre-programmed.
Right,
That's mastery.
that dude was doing that live.
That's dope. I saw Kanye there.
Yeah.
And that show was fucking like that.
Yeah.
It was amazing, dude.
I don't remember what year it was, but I've seen Mumford and Sons there with Sam and Becca, and that was a fantastic show, man. Like, yeah, it's a really, really great venue, as long as it's not July or August.
Yeah, nothing.
You know, or at 4 in the afternoon, because there are zero trees out there.
Yeah, there's zero shade.
Nothing. Yeah.
We're talking about Circuit of the Americas out here in Austin. It's a dope music venue, man. What's the coolest shows you've seen out here? Because in Atlanta, you guys just went to baseball games in the tunnel, right?
Mostly, I saw 311 and Slightly Stupid out in Atlanta.
Sick.
That was a really good show. That was cool.
Did you miss Atlanta?
I missed the people that I worked with. I had a great time with the people that I was with. Do I miss Atlanta? Not particularly. because the traffic's worse than here. There's 6 million people, or however many people in Atlanta. There's just like,
is it that many?
dude, there's so many people, and like, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just a lot.
That's too many. I
Yeah.
feel like there's too many people here.
Dude, yeah, Austin's just a happy medium. You know what I mean?
Is it?
Like, it's just, I mean, and like you said, there's people moving here all the time, so it's just getting bigger, but it still kind of feels like Austin a little bit.
Yeah. Right on. So what's the future for Sherpa, man? You gonna do any more music? You gonna what do you?
I don't know, man. Staying at the tunnel for the foreseeable future, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's fun, right?
It is. Yeah.
We got a good team.
Definitely, for sure. Yeah. I love our team. We all get along and just laugh all day. So
let's do this Friday freak out while we talk about laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many malfunctions you got?
2.
That's it.
Yeah. And I mean,
That's
dude,
it.
I
no tandems.
I don't let other people
touch.
pack my
Right.
stuff. Dude,
No one
from
touches
jump
my
number
shit, yeah.
1, I packed my own rig.
Really?
Yeah. I was packing parachutes 3 months
Oh,
before I started
right,
skydiving, right? So yeah, I
right.
wasn't gonna
So-
trust anybody else. Like, no, I'm packing my
Ever.
parachute. Like,
Ever.
I'm packing my parachute. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was like, like turning loads and stuff like that, you
you have
on
the
a
mercy.
busy Saturday, right? Like,
Mhm.
yeah, somebody would pack it. But usually I would do 2 loads up, like a load down, and I would just pack on that load,
Yeah.
just so I could,
That's the advantage of being a packer, man.
yeah,
Alright.
you just know. So
What we got here? Friday Freak Out. Shout out to Andrew Revis at jointheteam.com, I think it says. All right, this is a bass jump.
This is low nose, high nose, something like that.
Oh, shit.
That's
Don't
head
swim.
low.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I'm scared
I've seen
now.
this and I don't like it.
Fuck off.
Oh,
He
yeah.
dumped line twist. Where's the wall?
It's coming.
Where's the
It's
wall?
Get out.
Does he get a shot of the waterfall when he goes through?
Let's hope so.
Oh, kick.
There's
kick,
no waterfall. I'm gonna be disappointed.
Kick.
Oh, there is one in the background.
There it is, right? That's the waterfall.
Oh. Didn't even hit the wall.
Okay.
Good.
He went head low. And
Yeah,
just hold
they
it.
just went out instead.
Hold it. I'm gonna pull right now. Oh, that's a fucking bad shot right there. That's not cool.
That's
Shit,
scary.
that's even worse.
That's when he pulled.
Barrel
Probably
roll.
right there.
This motherfucker's doing barrel
Yank.
rolls.
Yup.
Oh,
Get
dude,
out,
he was
get
fucking
out.
vertical when
Get
he
out.
was like there. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, head low on his back looked like.
I'm trying to kick out of the line to it.
Eesh.
You guys, I ain't got shit on that, man. I'm fucking terrified of base jumping. I'd probably do that.
I think if it doesn't scare you, you should probably stop. Because there are old base jumpers and there are bold base jumpers. There are no old bold base jumpers. You know what I mean?
So how do you not go head low?
What I would always
Cat scratching?
imagine is when you're at an exit point, right? Look out kind of at the horizon, and you pick a point above the horizon. Think of like a bar 3 feet above the horizon, and you're in about 5 to 6 feet in front of you, right? You reach for that bar. You're at about a 60-degree angle.
There you go.
And as you do that, once you speed up at that like 2 to 3 seconds, you should be level. Just because your top half weighs more than your bottom half, so your top half has to be high.
Right. So what?
Because it's gonna catch up.
Let's
If you
check
go
that exit
out,
again.
you're just gonna go head low.
That's what he just did. He
That's
just
it. He
dove
just-
out.
Yeah.
It's just like that slide you didn't want to go down.
Yeah. No, it's scary.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, this motherfucker was he at the pool? He's like on the diving board. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
and I guess that was his count. Okay, that wasn't a bad count. Like I say, I'm not talking shit. He just looked like a kid at the fucking, like oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he slipped.
Oh my goodness.
That right there is just like terrifying. Yeah.
Man.
I mean, right? You go.
Oh
bam,
shit.
head low.
Look at the rock. Oh fuck. Look, right hand goes back. Right hand goes back. Right hand. He was gonna dump back then, but he knew
Well, I
just
don't know
get
if
it.
if he could throw a front flip at that point, but yeesh.
He dumped right there, and he's waiting, and now his feet are higher. Boom.
No, yeah, he dumped on his back just to get something out.
That shit.
You check to
hurt.
see if the canopy is away from the wall. It is for the most part. You can spin out.
Dude,
right?
you
If not,
fucking
you
get
it
it
away
open.
from Yeah, first thing, get it open. Second thing, get it away from the wall, because you get about, it's like a second and a half or 2 seconds before impact.
I don't think my heart could take that shit, Sherpa.
Well, that's why the bridge is a playground. There's nothing behind you to hit.
No, there's not.
You know, you can have a 180 and it's okay.
And then you can also jump with the wind in your back, and it goes right under the bridge.
No, for sure.
Pushes you away.
Right. Any of the other 3 objects, or like water towers, you know, cranes. If you're jumping off the weighted end, you're only still about 30 feet away, I think, depending on the crane. But, you know, there's a monster behind you that if you go towards it, it will eat you. You know.
I've had not a 180, but like a 120. Like a pretty good jerk, right? And I just buried the front right riser. I didn't know from skydiving. I just reached the front and said, no! And just fucking turned away.
I had one, there is, oh man, I'll have to tell you where it is.
Okay.
After we get off. Because
it still exists.
I know you know where it's at, but it's in the middle of this neighborhood.
That one?
Probably. No, not the one next.
Okay.
It's other side.
Okay.
No, not that one. This one is 170, 165, maybe something like that. Maybe 185. I think it's probably 183.
Freestander.
Yeah, freestander with just one side has a platform.
Is it called Gonzo? Is that Gonzo?
No. Gonzo's 420 from the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one out, you know, Gonzo. Yeah. Shiner. Yeah, that one's 420. This one is like
shout out to 420
in a city, basically, in a neighborhood, pretty much. So if you kind of look out, there's an empty lot basically right in front. So if I needed to land straight, I kind of have that out there. To my left are power lines. It's just a fence around, you know, the tower. Don't want to land there. Trees this way, the street, and my car. Right. So my plan was go out. Cool.
Over the power lines.
No, the power lines are to my left, so I don't want to have
anything
left
to do with it. Gotcha. 90,
right?
Gotcha.
So like, hey, cool. I'm just nice and straight. The winds were blowing slightly towards the power lines, though.
Slightly too much.
You know. So static line. I go, and when I open, I had that like 90 right towards the power lines. Basically, I just did a real quick pop my toggles 180, and then just like landed next to my car. And then got out. But that first, like, I could feel it as it was opening. I was going like, no. And you just, like, see the power lines.
You can feel the lines not right.
Oh, for sure, yeah. If your shoulders aren't equal, one's hitting first, and that's going to start.
That's exactly
That's the way you're going, you know.
Hey, how big of turns are you throwing on your skydiving rigs?
Still 270.
270.
Yeah, 270, 360, you know, if I'm lining straight up, you know, yeah. That's why I love video. You're getting paid to swoop.
Yeah, it's fucking the shit.
Dude, I waited till I had like 2,400 jumps to get my D license because my DZOs were like, hey, you'd make a great tandem master. I don't have a D license, so I can't get that. All right, I'm going to shoot video because like that's what I've wanted to do. I mean, I went through a tandem course when I was like 18. Cindy sent me through one. I was at 500 jumps. She was like, all right, it's time. Okay. And then just like... Yeah, I'm good. I went through the whole ground course. I didn't do the jumps basically, but I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't want that responsibility at that point in my life.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm 18, man. Like, no, I got into skydiving I did it because that's what I wanted to do. I'm not going to have somebody like, you know, tell me what I should.
But weren't you doing camera? What's the difference? You were still having to get on loads and turn loads.
Yeah, but I'm flying my parachute.
Tandem masters are flying their parachutes.
Yeah. I have cross brace canopy, swoop. You have big bus.
Yeah, we had
with a screaming piece of meat in front of you that can throw up on you. As soon as I heard like, oh yeah, I've got throw up in my mouth. I've got snot in my mouth. Yeah, cool, not for me. That's like those Jeeps out in Moab. To each their own.
Yeah, to each their own. All right, to that.
You see, I loved being a part of. I guess I would still love it if I shot video still, but I loved being a part of that, right? And being able to be in front and like see that kind of from that outside perspective. You know what I mean? Like that relationship, tandem master to tandem student, like that's something. And then just to be able to capture that, right? Like I like to be on that side of the camera.
I love shooting video, man.
Yeah, it's the best. And like you have to deal with everything.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm over here.
But on the other hand, you have to deal with rigs, turn rigs, reserve packs, batteries, cards, video
Yeah.
editing,
So I mean,
all
there's
that.
you know.
Tandem Master can show up with goggles and an altimeter and make $2,000
Yeah. Yeah.
without any gear at all.
Cool. Not for me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it, man. I was I just
I miss it,
I
man.
didn't I think I was me being stubborn and just being like, no, you're not going to like tell me this is what I'm gonna do. I got into skydiving because it was what I wanted to do. I'm not gonna do something that I don't want to do.
Right.
And at that point, it was just like, well, we're standing behind this line. It's not gonna happen. It was just if I was always like, hey, if later on, right, 25, 30, something like that, I was like, you know, I could reconsider doing tandems. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world, right? I can still do them. I know people that got into doing tandems well later on.
Well,
you know.
Yeah.
But like, if my mind changes, cool. Like it's open to it for sure. But like, I'm good.
Right. So let's read from the book.
Okay.
Wait, any other stories you want to get into? Any of the crazy shit you want to talk about?
Is this the end?
We're coming near. We're getting near.
Oh no.
Because I know you had some fucking stories, and we just didn't get.
I guess the Dead Man one's like one of my favorites. So
let's do that.
Like Dead Man 1, right? I don't think I was even jumping. I think I went like Saturday night for the party.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
This was the Dead Man
Skydive Temple.
Skydive Temple.
He had the caravan or the pack?
I think they had the pack back then.
They had the pack. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. But they had the helicopter that year.
Okay.
And they had the foam pit.
Okay.
And they had the naked girls in the helicopter, which was hilarious.
Okay.
Over the foam pit and whatnot. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Dude, I was 18, man.
Yeah,
That's the
like,
one thing I remember. I'm like, wow.
There's naked girls in a
Look at
helicopter
that.
over
But
a
no,
foam pit.
dude, the like that's the image, right? But the
all of it's
best part,
useless to me.
the best part was like when the helicopter got over the foam pit, it lifted all that foam into the air, and it just rained foam for like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, it was sweet. And I got really, really drunk and ended my night talking, like sharing stories with some like 47-year-old lady from New York as I like stuffed brisket into my mouth from like earlier that night that Mad Max had made and stuff like that. So it was a good like first boogie
experience,
intro, you know, like,
so,
skydivers are crazy, cool, my kind of people. I like it.
Was Mad Max doing the cross thing and the casket?
Oh yeah, yeah. They don't still do that?
Yeah, they still do that.
Okay,
That's
good.
amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't know if that was always.
Dude, yeah. I mean, every year you put your names in and they soak it and
It's a magic
burn
experience, man.
Dude, it really, really is. Yeah. If you haven't gone to a Dead Man Boogie, go, because that ceremony alone is like, I mean, moving, right? Everyone's just kind of brought together. You shout out your name, you know, everyone else does, and it's just kind of remembering everybody.
Hey, as we're here, can we look up the Lone Star Dead Man Boogie footage real quick as we close? Is it closed out?
Is there boogie footage?
Yeah, well, we put together a little montage of like, it was a badass boogie. The last boogie was dope.
Last year?
Dude. Yeah, it was so dope. And next weekend and the week after, it's going down.
What it is.
Yeah, you should come out, man. You should come out and hang out.
I might.
If you can get off. Well, after you get off, just come out for the party. You did it your first time.
Did it my first time.
Your 13th year birthday's coming up?
On the 16th.
On the 16th. Mine was in May on the 5th, but I don't know, 2005, what is it, 16th, 17th year? It's nuts, right?
Dude, yeah, it's crazy. When I think when I hit my 17th year, I'll have been skydiving half my life.
Wow.
So at 34, I think I hit half my life skydiving, basically. If I continue to jump, I need to jump. I haven't jumped in a while.
Yeah,
just for that disclaimer.
So I was gonna bring that up earlier. The tunnel kind of sucks jumping out of your life a little bit.
It does.
It's hard to balance both.
I mean, I fly every day at work, right? So I'm not.
Right.
I didn't get into becoming a tunnel instructor to get better at skydiving, so I could go do angle camps and like all that kind of stuff. Like I became a tunnel instructor because that was a dream in 2013 when iFly Austin was built, and I didn't get to do that because I chose other things.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just opportunity led itself to it, and I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to do it. Screw it, we're going for it. And like now I'm here. I'm comfortable with where I'm at. Like, you know, if I'm gonna skydive, I'm gonna go fly my parachute. Because the only thing that I don't do in the tunnel is fly my parachute. You know, I fly every day at work, and you know,
that's kind of the deal. People hit me up. They're like, "You don't jump." I was like, "Man, I fly every day."
But and also like a lot of instructors, it's their first couple years in the sport, right? So they still have like, I gotta get to the drop zone and go. And they've been fun jumpers, right? They haven't like. I remember when I stopped working and I became a fun jumper. And, like, the first Saturday that it was sunny and I didn't have to go to the drop zone.
Right. It was like...
Hell yeah, I'm staying inside. Like, I don't have to go out there.
I don't have to go.
Great.
Yeah.
Like,
isn't that wild?
You know, it's just, it kind of, I mean, it changed it for you. You know what I mean?
Well, it's after years of being there.
And years. Yeah, that's
it takes a long time.
7, 8 years of shooting video and just
kind of...
But, yeah. So I'm gonna get back in the air and I'm gonna go do a bunch of high pulls all day. Go find some industrial haze down in Mexico.
If you look near the end, that's us. I pull up the video.
Slap hands. Sea fly hand grab.
Sea fly hand grab.
Pillows.
Yeah, that's Lone Star. It's the old buildings. That's the king. So at the end, this is the Dead Man Boogie. I think they have some of the ceremony at the end. And that's getting dark. Set it up. Oh, that was in the video? Oh, no. Okay. Boom. So there's the casket, you guys. There's a bunch of crosses laid out with markers and stuff. And you write your loved ones' names. They didn't have to be in the sport. Just anybody you've lost. And then we carry it in. Somebody carries it in. And we burn the casket. And as the casket burns, we call out the names of our loved ones. And it's a lot of pain released that night, man. And it's emotional. It's very emotional. Yeah, look, it's a ceremony.
I tear up at a lot of those.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Every year. It's the best, man. So yeah, Dead Man Boogie's in a couple weeks. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Like skydiving is a beautiful thing. The community is it's full of amazing people that have like pushed the limits in their lives, their personal lives, who they are. I love you guys. All right, we're gonna read this silly little book and get out of here. Dead Man Boogie. Skydive Lone Star, Louisville, Texas. Austin Catchings.
Woo!
Woo! Shirt for baby.
Okay. No shit. There I was. Thought I was gonna die. This one is titled, Run for Your Life. Here is a no shit, there I was, thought I was gonna die story that took place entirely on the ground. Around 1977, still in the ballsack,
I was one.
I hadn't been thought of for a few years. I worked for United Airlines and went to Hawaii to make some jumps at Dillingham Field.
Shout out to Dillingham.
One of the jumpers' girlfriend flew the sailplane rides for the tourists. He talked about 6 of us going out to the end of the runway and mooning her and the tourist passenger as they landed the sailplane. The sailplane was about 6 feet off the ground, moons were full, and the tow plane was about 6 feet off the ground on final. Everyone was laughing. Looking behind us, we soon realized the sailplane tow line had snapped, and the remaining line was dragging along the ground behind the plane. The line was headed right for all of us. You have not lived until you've seen a bunch of mooners with their shorts around their ankles run for their lives in every direction. All escaped the line as it passed by us, snapping down the runway behind the plane. I always wondered if that tourist got full altitude for that ride.
Right on. WazzyCircus Radio. Hey, you want to fly with either one of us, you can hit us up at iFly Austin. We can coach on the clock, bitches.
Sorry, everyone else.
We're so sorry to all the people that are on the list.
The good coaches that are out there.
They're doing something for you guys. You'll be back in the tunnel soon. I'm not sure how it's going to work. You're going to have to get insurance and a business. Something's going to happen. But, hey, you'll have access. Jump through the hoops, man. You get back in the tube. Keep your head on a swivel. Hook that shit. Hit us up on Patreon. The WazzyCircus California adventure is going down. I put the post out the other day. It's almost full. I think we have 3 slots left. Tulsa, get your shit together, Tulsa. But what else is going on? The Boogie, the Adventure. Costa Rica's after that. I'll talk about that later. Thank you guys for the support. Love you. Any closing words, man? Any advice? Because listen, you you wanted something, didn't get it, stuck it out, got it. You said you dreamt about it. Now you're literally living the dream. How does one go about living the dream?
Just make the move.
Make
the move, right? When even sometimes the time has to be wrong for it to be right, and make that move.
Yeah.
That's philosophical.
That was
as that
pretty
can
fucking
be.
good, son. WazzyCircus Radio.
Just do it.
Just do that.
Do it.
Don't be a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, like me when I came back. You a bitch.
You're a bitch.
So great. I love you, man.
I love you too, bro. And that's it. That's our first show.